Chef Ken L. Polk here. Thank you for coming in to join us for Kenspiration Kitchen, where we are thankful, grateful, and blessed. I'm your host, Chef Ken L. Polk. Don't forget the L. I'm not going to say the rest. You already know. I'm really, really excited today about today's show. Oh, I got to turn my energy up. I'm so excited about today's show. I feel like this show has been, 20 years in the making almost?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. And so I have, today's episode is star-studded. Star-studded. But there's really only one star here tonight. And I really want to introduce you all because this is like my little sister. We go back, I don't even know how far, like so far. So far, but the amazing thing is, Deanna, we doing both names?
Sure.
Yeah. Deanna McLeary. That's what I grew up with. Deanna McLeary-Sherman is in the house from True Star Media.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
True Star Media. And what's important about that is this is the 20th anniversary of them starting that.
Yes.
Which is why today's show is very, very special. So it's a table for one.
Man, I tried to get some others, but hey.
People are busy.
I'm here.
I'm glad you made it.
Yeah,
I'm glad you made it.
I'm so happy to be here.
So she is part of this production, part of the soul and heart and soul of this production, what we do here. So it's an honor to have her and to serve. And let's get cracking. So welcome to Kenspiration Kitchen. You excited? I'm excited.
Yes, I'm very excited.
I'm geeked. I'm actually geeked. So the premise of the show, in case you didn't know, this is your first time watching, Kenspiration Kitchen is based off of real people cooking real food with real ingredients that you can buy at any store. And when the guests come on, they hit me with what they can eat, what they can't eat, and it's up to me to figure out what to do with dietary restrictions or whatever the case might be. Would you like some Chablis? Would you like some?
I would.
Okay,
I'll take some white, and I also wanted to just do a shameless plug because you did mention the 20-year.
Oh, it ain't shameless. Tell it.
Okay.
Tell it on the mountain.
And so I wanted to just tell because we go back. We know a lot of the same people running the same circles, have the same friends and networks and all of that. But I want to invite everyone to our 20th year. It's True Star Rising. It's celebrating 20 years of providing opportunities, jobs, and empowering nearly 20,000 young people here in Chicago.
20,000 stars.
20,000 stars out there in the universe. And so we're really proud. It's going to be May 9th at Bar Soul and Navy Pier. And we were lucky enough to build a relationship with Kevin Warren, who's fairly new to Chicago. But
I cooked for him.
You did? Okay.
I cooked for him, yeah.
He is amazing.
At Soldiers Field.
Yes, and I'm so happy to have him.
I feel like I should put on my Bears hat.
Yes, he'll be our featured speaker. I didn't watch the draft today, but it's exciting things happening with the Bears organization. But anyway, he'll be there, but it's about the young people, the alumni. We're inducting 20 plus alumni into the Legacy League. That is our version of the Hall of Fame. These are young people who are change makers in their communities and who just exemplify excellence in their life, their families, their careers, et cetera, et cetera. And one of your producers, who's a True Star alumni, will be in the inaugural class
Shut your mouth.
of the Legacy League, Miss Chantel Sharman. Hey. Yeah, so it's about legacy. So anyway, you can purchase your tickets. You can go to truestarmedia.org. You can go to truestar.life. You can really just type in True Star Media and just get your tickets. So anyway, that's it. Now it's about you, Chef Ken. Let's get it cracking.
Let's get it cracking. So tell me about the diet right now. So right now we're doing low carb, which is a challenge for me because carbs, I like the carbs. I was like, okay, so that means no rice, that means no potatoes, that means no pasta.
I won't say no. I would just say.
I improvised. You're in good hands. Trust me.
Okay.
I would say Gucci, but I don't own any Gucci. We Polo.
Okay. Okay.
Me and Ralph go back.
Right.
Me and
A
Ralph
little
go
bit.
back.
Okay.
So we good on that. And so I brought some little birds because the title of today's show is Spring Fling. So I'm gonna do some springy things, right? Just some real, I don't want to say real quick, but some springy things. And I know your husband likes to cook, and D, if you're watching, it's got some stuff for you to, redo or whatever. And anybody else watching, please like, comment, share. So today we're going to be working with some spring chickens, little birdie birds. Some spring chickens. I have some garden vegetables. I have some zucchini, some squash. Have some zucchini, some squash, I have some actual Vidalia onion. I have my heirloom tomatoes. My heirloom tomato.
Oh, that's so pretty.
My heirloom tomato. And have some spaghetti squash, which we're going to get in the oven roasting quite rapidly. Some lemons, some spinach, and we'll see what happens. Is that fair?
I love it.
I never have a preconceived notion as to what I'm going to cook. For the most part, I go to the market and the ingredients say, hey, the ingredients start talking and I start listening.
I love it.
So I'm going to talk people through what we're doing over here. I'm actually going to move my big cutting board out the way because I don't want any smoke. I don't want any problems out of him. And I'm going to use the little one. Use the little one because that's my chicken board. Use my chicken board to get these. Actually, first, what I'm going to do is get my spaghetti squash in the oven roasting because that's the way we get it into spaghetti.
Oh,
Are you a fan of spaghetti squash?
You know what? I want to be a fan. I don't know how to make it. And my husband, he's a meat eater. So, but he's open to it.
Well, you was gonna get these meats, but she was like, I don't eat that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was always a joke. Like, how did he marry someone that doesn't eat all the stuff that he cooks?
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this right in half. Bingo, bango. Cut that right in half. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna scoop out all of these seeds. Scoop out the seeds because we don't need that. Yep, that's it. We're just gonna scoop out the seeds and keep it moving, and then we're gonna get that into the oven because this is probably gonna take about as long as the little hens are gonna take. The two little birds, pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin seeds and squash.
So they're all in the same family.
Okay.
Are you a fan of pumpkin seeds? Did you ever get in trouble for having pumpkin and sunflower seeds?
Pumpkin seeds. Yes, I like pumpkin actually more than I like sunflower.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So my brother is a official sunflower seed head. Whenever we take road trips, and they started coming out with all these different flavors.
Right.
I know.
What? Ranch.
Oh, I see what happened. My angle got goofy, didn't it? That's all right. We get you back together. Maybe I hit it with my head. I don't know. But anyway, this is real life. No minions over here. So you just got to put a little bit of force to it to get that webbing out. And once that is done, all we're going to do is hit this off with some salt and pepper because we're going to season it later once it's done.
Okay.
Salt, pepper. Then we're going to get some olive oil on it. I don't need that anymore. And this is gonna go so fast. All right. Hello.
Oh, fancy.
Yes, a little something. And a little salt and pepper.
Let me put that in my Amazon cart.
Put that in the cart. Now you know what to give for Mother's Day, right?
No, that's gonna be for Father's Day.
Oh, okay. Somebody else is gonna get it. All right. And then I'm gonna hit it off with a little bit of, if there's any left in here. Yep. So I had pre-roasted some garlic. Put me a little bit of garlic in there, and then the oil. Get that nice and good and coated. There we go. Make sure it's rubbed all in. My oven is already preheated. I just can't help but put some spices in there. There we go.
Can't help it.
This is the way my DNA is set up. I got to season something. You understand? And so we're going to put these face down.
Okay.
Put them face down and into the oven they go. I ain't worried about that sticker. It's gonna come off. All right, all right, all right. That's that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So how is the low carb going? Is it hard?
No, not really.
God bless your ministry. Because I'll be like,
It's not hard. I save my carbs for at night because, for the most part, because the bad carbs. Let me say, I don't want to call them bad.
they're not bad. They're necessary, but
they're
in
necessary.
excess.
But for instance, I'll have a smoothie for breakfast.
Oof.
You know, and then
You know what I have
a
for breakfast?
salad.
So I walk into the restaurant and they hand me bacon and potatoes and hash browns because I have to do quality control. You understand? I gotta do quality control on this stuff. But I'm sorry. Back to you.
Right.
We were talking about you. I stole your shine.
So
go ahead.
That's okay. And then a salad for lunch. I do a protein in my salad, which is chicken. And I snack is another protein drink, but this is no food in it, just straight protein.
God bless your ministry.
And then I save all my good stuff for dinner because that's when I have my most like cravings, like really need to end my day. Like, okay, I did good all day. I need something. But yeah, you know, when you get over 40, I used to just think about losing weight and lose weight. I swear, I just be like, oh, I'm gonna lose. I got a trip. I'm gonna lose like 10 pounds, and I would just stop eating cookies
and then
lose
did
weight. Right?
Yeah, but that don't work no more.
It don't work. I don't eat none of that. I try to eat good. I work out, and it just is like I just like being on you. I'm sorry.
Well, you are preaching to the
But
choir over here.
I had an event, so you know I can't help to be a little vain. I'm sorry. I'm
not mad at you.
I'm 5'2", and I think that's another thing with being short. Unless you like a naturally like petite short, which I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know about all that because I'm not 5'2", and I be running from mirrors sometimes. Like I don't want to see you. We not friends.
But yeah, you know, when you short, it becomes even more challenging.
So here we have our little birds that are about to get this work. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to actually grill them. I'm going to actually grill them on the indoor grill.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to finish them in the oven. So we're going to get them split. You know what? I got something. I got an idea.
Ooh, I like ideas.
I got an idea. Just because we go so far back, I'm going to go ahead and use. Hey!
What's up, Sherrod? Damon.
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and thank you. I'm going to go ahead and use some of my friends' beer. Shout out to the team.
Yeah.
I don't need this anymore.
And the good thing is they are also a liquor sponsor for our event on May 9th, True Star Rising.
We got all types of ching, ching,
Yeah.
ching, ching, ching,
Morris
ching.
will be in the house, so thank you to the Morris team.
Yes.
The Morris family. I think I've known Damon the longest. Damon goes back to, I don't know, 2nd grade, 3rd grade.
Oh, wow.
Around that, yeah.
Did you have Miss Jackson for 1st grade? No?
I had Miss Smith.
I didn't get there till 5th grade, so I can't even comment.
Okay. Yeah, so happy what they're doing and all that good stuff. So
yeah.
Congratulations, Morris.
All right, so what's going to happen is this. We got them open, then I'm just literally going to split them in half. Actually, you don't even have to split them out. They can get cooked just like that. Boop. Just smash that
so
down.
the baby chickens have the same amount of white versus dark meat as the regular chicken?
All right, so these are not chickens. These are Cornish hens.
Okay, so what's the difference?
Whole different species.
Oh,
these
really?
will never get any bigger than this.
Oh, wow, okay. I
Yeah,
just learned something.
so yeah, there is it's not really a such thing as a baby
You
chicken.
said baby chicken, that's what threw
they're
me
little,
off.
yeah,
Okay.
little birds.
Okay.
So yeah, so what's gonna happen is this: I'm gonna go ahead and get them seasoned up with my roast seasoning and some fresh herbs.
Oh,
Get them nice and rubbed. And flip them over, get the other side. Break on through to the other side. So, in 20 years, Have you started going back down memory lane and started losing your mind?
We're doing a documentary.
I saw the thing of the first episode. I mean, the first print that you guys did. It wasn't an episode at all.
Right.
But the first print.
The little blue and white newsletter.
The little blue and white newsletter. Right. And who was on that first one? Some people we know? Was there some people we know?
Yeah, Common and Tamara. This one, Tamara was on Fox Chicago locally here before she made it to the bigger stage.
The bigger stage.
And Common been doing this thing for so long. So I don't know what version of Common it was, but yeah. So we were able to get the students' phone interviews with both of them, and I just remember how excited the students were to talk to them, and it was just real. It was really dope.
And have you had a lot of other? If I'm not correct, weren't you guys the first ones to break my Chicago dudes? You had Vince and Chance, or just Chance?
Just Chance. So we one of our students, I remember he came, Chris Brown, he came and he said, you got to get this kid Chance.
Get this kid Chance a chance.
Right. And I'm like, get him. Where is he? Like, I always follow the young people's lead on stuff like that, just knowing what's next. And I believe Chance had just graduated from Jones High School. So he was real early on. And we did a photo shoot. We interviewed him. He was on the cover, I believe, in 2013 or 2012, something like that. And so we've broken a lot of artists. It's funny, Dreezy did our first festival.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
when was that?
That was in that was 2021, and it was in Douglas Park. Now we do it in Washington Park.
Oh my goodness, 2021.
I know, it was right, all that pandemic money. That's how we.
I remember when you guys did that one.
Yeah, and I didn't even notice, but we booked Dreezy. She came, and when I saw her, I'm trying to give her the spiel like True Star, da 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 da. She like, girl, True Star was the first people to put me on the radio. That's my first song ever played was on True Star Radio.
Oh,
we had a brokered show on Power 92, so I was paying an hour for the students to be on Power, and that's actually how Sherman got engaged with the program. The producer. For
I just put
show.
some Jamaica. I just put some Jamaica reduction on here. So we got
What's
the Jamaica.
That? What is that?
Jamaica is hibiscus.
Okay.
So you'll also hear another name for it. So Jamaica plant, Jamaica flower, hibiscus. You'll also hear sorrel or sorrel. Same thing. It's all the same. It's all the same. And I said I wanted to get some herbs on there, right? So I'm going to get some rosemary. And and then we're going to get this on the grill.
Yeah, so True Stars, we broken, and not just artists, but just young people doing amazing things, like the talent behind the scenes, And
how does that feel from a I know how it feels for me from a chef standpoint, but your reach is I can't say that many thousand. Well, actually, I taught for 15 years, so okay, I had some funny stories about that, about people recognizing me walking down the street and be like, hey, chef.
Absolutely. Well, it's funny. I went to an organization on the west side today because AT&T had introduced me to an organization they want True Star to work with, and they're a funder of ours. So I'm going, I don't have really no expectation. And so I meet the girl, we talking. When I first called her to tell her I was outside, I was like, her voice it was something about her voice that sounded familiar. Anyway, we get in, she taking us around, giving us a tour of the building, because we were expanding on the west side. And she like, yeah, because I was telling AT&T, I used to be a student in True Star.
Wow.
I said, what? I said, when were you? She was like, yeah, I used to work with Tifa.
Oh, there we go.
Latifah Harlan, infamous Syndicate, amazing talent, musical talent, creative talent.
Let's go to the grill, shall we? So we got them
so
all
good.
seasoned up. Now it's time for the grill. Let me see your grill, your grill.
Yeah, so it goes far and wide. But I gotta let everybody know. People don't know that Chef Ken L. Polk actually did my wedding.
Woo! With students.
With students.
Yep.
On a limited budget.
But we did it though. You still married, ain't you?
I'm still married. So it's good.
So yeah, so that works. that works.
But I have to, for real, like, Ken, just like, thank you.
And what a night it was.
Thank you for that, because I don't think no other chef would have, like, worked with me the way you did and what we were trying to do.
And what we would, and make sure that, so part of the thing was, you started your business to help kids, I kind of started mine to help kids.
Yeah.
Because in teaching students, I realized that a lot of them did not have the exposure, they didn't have the experience.
Exactly.
I was getting them the education, but if you don't have the exposure, you don't have the experience.
What does it matter to have the skill?
It doesn't really matter. So my aim was to make sure that they had exposure and experience. And so part of that was, well, how are you going to get a job if you don't have the skills to do it?
Yeah.
And where do you get those skills from if nobody will give you an opportunity?
Right. See you later.
So that's what we wanted to make sure. That's what I wanted to make sure that we were doing.
Yeah.
And I think we did a pretty good job.
More oil.
I think we did a pretty good job. And we're still doing it. That's part of the reason we're doing this show, so people can learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there we go. Get some of those grill marks in there. I'm gonna flip it over on this side. So always start off getting the marks on it first.
Okay.
And you can kind of smell it. And I don't want to smoke us out, so I turn the flame down a little bit.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would still be up. It would be up much higher than that. And then you can kind of see the marks right here. They're kind of coming on there. Yay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and let the other side get nice and marked up. And so I got the squash in. All right, so we're going to do some stuffed. Let's do some stuffed eggplant, shall we?
Are you going to be using more of this?
Would you like some?
Yes.
Go for it.
Why not? I don't want to waste it.
Am I going to be using more of it?
Right. I don't want to waste it. So, hey, let's go ahead and,
let it do what it's got to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the skin off. Just a little bit of the skin off. Not too much. One, two. Take the tag off. How about we start with that? Goop troop. And so when you guys went back down memory lane, give me some of your favorite moments. Some of your favorite True Star teaching whatever moments.
Okay. One of them was when President Obama announced that he was running for president.
Well, damn. I
You
don't.
said favorite.
I did.
You said favorite. So
Okay.
I believe it was 2007, and this was still when people were like, "Ain't no way a black man gonna be president." It was a lot of doubt out there, and I heard he was gonna be at a church on the South Side. I called the church. An old lady answered.
Yes.
And, hello. And I said, "Hey, I had this organization. Can I please bring some young people to the President Obama?" Okay, I guess that's okay. You gonna be with them? And yes, I'll be there. Thank you so much. We sat through the entire church service. I took 3 students, and then I see them saying, "Okay, media, come down in the basement." And I'm like, I know they're not really talking about us, but let's go. So we go down to the basement. And the students are dressed nice. They have on their press badges. Everything looks official. And I'm pushing them in their back, like, ask a question. But it's like CNN is there and all the major news. And then Secret Service says, last question. I'm like, go, go, go. And then someone jumps in. I think it was Mary Mitchell, actually, of the Sun-Times, and asked a question. And they say, okay, that's it. And they get ready to walk him off. He said, wait, young man, what's your question?
And that was it.
And he turns to the True Start students and asked them what their question was and gave them the spotlight. And they were able to ask their question. They asked really good questions. It was just an amazing moment because he made them feel seen. And that's why I knew like he was something special, because they stuck out like sore thumbs, you know, amidst the people. But he recognized them and gave them that spotlight. And we ended up doing a whole magazine at the time dedicated to that historic run in 2008. So that was a big moment.
So what's happened is I've taken my chickens off and I'm going to basically baste them with the marinade.
And what is in the marinade? Oh, that's the marinade with the hibiscus.
Marinade. Yep, with the hibiscus and the beer and the spices. And that's going to go into the oven. Oh my God, you can smell it.
So you just got the lines on the outside.
Yep.
And now you're going to...
So those lines are going to, they're important because they represent caramelized. Caramelized, smoky. That's what we're looking for when we get those lines.
Okay.
Yep, smoke matters.
Smells delicious.
And so what I've done was I've already salted. I started the process of salting my eggplant, because what it's going to do is going to take out some. You can almost see it. You can almost see it starting to sweat. It's going to take out some of the bitterness that eggplant is known for.
Okay.
I'm gonna let them sit for a minute while I cut up everything else that's gonna go in it. And boom. New knife, who this? All right. And a mama. So you said, who does all of the cooking at home?
Pretty much Derek.
The hubby.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not.
And I've learned a lot from him. So when he's not home, I can't say I cook.
You prepare?
I prepare. But the great thing is that specifically my youngest daughter, even though they all can do something, but my 8-year-old, she's a great cook and she loves cooking.
Oh, you just gonna keep tripping. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog. I can't help it. I'm a child of the 70s. So here's the thing. So I have to figure out, play with the shapes and all of that good stuff. And I think I'm gonna go with the dices. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with dice.
Okay.
Get myself a flat side. You ever seen the movie Ratatouille?
No.
Yeah.
So Ratatouille is a movie about a guy who had a restaurant, and the name of the dish is ratatouille, which is basically a French Provençal dish.
Okay.
Where you basically take these vegetables and you cook them together. And what happens is when you're cooking them, all of the ingredients start to talk to each other in a particular way. It's one of those inspired kind of dishes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cut these really, really kind of small.
Okay.
Just so we can get the flavor, we can get all the flavors out of them quite rapidly.
Okay.
The smaller you cut something, the faster it'll cook, and yada yada yada.
This is really good for me because I really want to cook.
You want to be inspired?
Because I do, because I'll tell Derek certain things. He definitely cooks for me based on my goals, so I really appreciate that. But he cooks everything, so it's like I have to have the willpower not to eat like the mac and cheese and the fried shrimp and all of those things. Mm-hmm. But I would like to try stuff, new stuff that is more vegan based, because that book Eat for Your Blood Type.
Never read it.
Yeah, so it's a book Eat for Your Blood Type.
I eat for my hunger type.
Well, anyway,
I eat for my hunger type.
My blood type is A
apologize.
positive, and the diet for A positive is a vegan diet.
Well, hell, the diet for anybody that's human, the diet for most humans should be plant based.
So yeah, I'd want to eat like the spaghetti zucchini.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's what it's got.
But it's chill. I mean, it's cool. I eat for my hunger type. So here's what I was explaining to somebody last week, is that your body will tell you what to go get it because it knows what nutrients it needs.
Right.
And when you get a craving for something, that chances are you have a craving for whatever nutrient that particular thing has, whether you knew it or not. You've heard about women down south eating clay. You ever heard about that? Yeah. Down south women would eat. They would say they would eat dirt, but it would be red. It would be red clay. Well, I guess it's kind of dirty, but they would eat it because it had a lot of nutrients in it. And oddly enough, today the reason why we take vitamin supplements is because the food we have does not have the same nutrients that it had, say, when we were growing up. When we were growing up, a lot of people had gardens.
Yeah.
I have not stuck my hand, well, aside from a community garden, which are absolutely dope. But other than that, I don't know anybody that's got a garden. So we all just go to grocery stores and get our groceries. And this is a small dice.
I love it.
Yep. So hopefully you'll get inspired to get in the kitchen and so here's the thing. Vegetables are kind of fairly easy to do.
Yeah.
All you want to do is highlight the vegetable and let it speak for itself. All right. So now you can really see the eggplant sweating. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I'm hot. So yeah, that's basically taking out some of that bitterness that we don't necessarily want.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm going to get us a sweet onion.
I love sweet onion.
This is a Vidalia onion from Vidalia, Georgia, otherwise known as Vidalia. Otherwise known as Vidalia. You say you like onions?
I like sweet onions.
Yeah,
How do you make a sweet onion? Like, is it naturally?
It's naturally.
Okay.
It woke up like that.
Okay. I always wondered that.
There's nothing you can do to an onion to make it what it's not.
Okay.
You can add sugar after the process, but why bother?
Right.
Why would you want to do that? And so now, all right, to cut an onion, there's the root end,
right,
and there's the shoot end.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm going to do is.
That's not how I cut onions.
Well, now you've seen a new method.
Right. I will try cutting my finger.
I'll show you how to cut without cutting your fingers off. That's easy. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. I think I'm gonna squeeze a lemon on it too. It is easy. It's easy when you know what to do and you have the right equipment. I don't want you, and I don't want you. All right. And so I'm gonna get my pan ready to go because we're gonna start off with those. I think I'm gonna use another pan.
So what made you switch from teaching to full-time?
Investment and a larger audience, more students.
Right.
Because we used to get kids scholarships. Well,
Okay.
some of those programs still exist.
Yeah.
For kids to get scholarships, which was very important to me. But it stopped being very important to them. And I really wanted to make sure that I was doing work that was helping people change their lives.
Yeah.
And so then I figured out if I can't change them, then I can change me. So went back to school, got another degree. So I was like, okay, well maybe I can help businesses grow. So I got the degree and ended up consulting, and it led me back to being in the kitchen or being back in what we call professional time. And I missed teaching. I missed the students. I missed that light going on. So I stayed connected with them as long as I possibly could.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, as long as I possibly, I'm still connected.
Right.
So I go back to classrooms as the system has changed so much. Mm-hmm. There we go. EVOO. Extra virgin olive oil. All All right, and in we go. There we go. So here we go with the onions. The onions are going to start to, sweat, just like that is done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get them in the oven so that they can roast. And what I'm going to do different for them is I'm going to put a little bit of parm on them.
Okay. Sounds good.
Parm and a little bit more pepper. Give me some roasted vegetable seasoning on them. And a bit of Parmesan. Open up. So these are the roasted ones. And in they go. Oh, olive oil.
I really think people who cook, it's an art. Especially like how fast you're making. How fast you're going. Do you know how long it would have took me to do half the stuff you just did? Like, it would have been like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed to say or to even think about it.
No, don't be, because it takes time. I wasn't like this. I mean, I've been at this for 30 years. Actually, longer than that. I've been at this since 5th grade.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Like, people ask me about, remember when you cooked such and such? No. Like, unless it was, all right, so got that in, so now I'm gonna go in with my zucchini and my squash. Unless it was something really, really significant that maybe I hadn't done again, well, I don't generally repeat. Like, I've done a lot of weddings, St. Shores. I've never repeated a menu.
Really? I can't even remember my wedding menu. Do you remember it?
I don't do it. I don't repeat menus.
You like, didn't I just tell you?
Well, that makes 2 of us. The only way I would know what you ate is if I looked at the menu. Then I'm like, okay, yeah, I remember that. You know. Oh, and I also have to cut these up because I need some of this inside. There we go. Are you a fan of eggplant?
I'm not sure. It depends on how it's prepared.
I was going to make some eggplant parmesan,
Okay.
but then I was like, fried. No. Like, she got a dress to get in. She's on a mission, so we are not going to deviate from the plan. See, I'm looking out for you.
But I'm not an extreme. You know, I'm not a person of extremes. I feel like you should live life. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like.
Oh, I do. But trust me.
It's like I'm never going to deny myself in that
got you.
sense. You know, but on a I just try to consistently live good. And then when it's time to have fun, have it.
When it's time to be bad.
Right. You know, if I'm going out of town, if I'm going out to dinner, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not eating carbs. You know, like, no, I'm at a restaurant. I'm about to eat what I want. Ooh.
Heirloom tomato. Smell
Now,
it.
what's the difference between heirloom and regular?
So regular degular is a singular variety that has been homogenized for supermarket, for the market. And the ones you see are basically, they're perfect. They look a particular way, they taste a particular way. Depends on when you get it, they taste like nothing. But heirloom tomatoes have not been, the way you see it is the way it is. They have not been modified genetically.
Okay.
So when they say heirloom, it means those seeds.
Where do they even sell those? I don't even know if I've seen.
Yeah,
You get them? Okay.
They got you can get them at Mariano's. I don't know if they carry them at Jewel, but I do know they have them at Mariano's. I know they have them at Whole Foods, aka Whole Check.
Right.
That much I know. Yeah, Whole Check. So the trick is to eat your colors. That's the trick.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a first round of tomatoes in. And my eggplant. And then I'm also gonna add my peppers in. Actually, no, I'm gonna add my peppers in a minute. Get all of this situated.
Are the peppers sweet peppers or hot peppers?
So but do you do hot? You gotta you spices
can,
like?
yeah.
Spices like? All right. You're down a little too low. I need you up a little bit higher.
That's one of the things I really learned from Derek.
Okay.
Is the fire. Is the you
The-
know, like I didn't
control your
realize how
fire.
much that determined the outcome. Which is so, which sounds really stupid.
No, it
but,
does not. No, it does not. It does not sound
but
stupid.
I'll just turn it on and be like, it's good. He'd be like, no, it's too low.
Too
Turn
low,
it
too
up.
high, too
yeah,
something.
like I'm like, oh wow. No wonder my eggs was coming out wrong.
Yeah, so fire control is a major sticking point, not just with you, but with a lot of professional cooks or cooks, period. So now I need to add a round of salt.
Yeah, sometimes when you go to restaurants, you can tell they cooked everything too high. Like it's like, I guess they maybe are trying to cook it fast.
Oh, no. At restaurants, they we cook high. Do I want Cabernet? I do not want Cabernet. So yeah, it depends on what it is. There we go. I'm gonna put me a round of parsley in. Now it's time for the peppers to go in. Yay for the peppers! That's that. And now I'm gonna hit it off with a little bit of acid. A little bit of acid goes a long, long way. Just a little lemon juice. Got my garlic in, got my acid in. Let's go and get some parsley in. So what are some of the challenges you guys face? What are some of the challenges you face in these last 20 years at being a pioneer, a mom, a wife, a fundraiser, you know, all of that stuff?
Yeah.
Because everybody wants the sunshine, everybody wants the light, but that light is blinding sometimes.
It is. It is. I think it's about not getting discouraged no matter what. Like not being too up or too down. You know, I think a lot of times you hit a wall and a lot of people kind of quit, you know, and let it discourage them too much. Or they hit a real high and they like, oh, I just got this big whatever,
blank,
and
whatever.
it makes them pause. It makes them like, oh, I don't have to go into work tomorrow, or I don't have to, you know. So it's like, it's really about celebrating your wins. You know, learning from your losses, but not like crying over them and getting too low and let them get you too down. I think that's really a big key that a lot of people don't necessarily talk about. Like, you just gotta be consistent. Like, consistency wins over everything. In today's age, I think a lot of entrepreneurs are out trying to meet the right person. Like, I just meet this person. They'll, you know, my business will change, my life will change.
Yada yada. That ain't the case.
Networking is important, but it's about putting in good work.
And for me,
And the
it's
network will find you.
For
you
us,
know?
it's the same thing. It's for cooks in kitchens or cooks and chefs. It's the same thing. You only as good. I was told you're only as good as your last plate.
Yeah,
It's like nobody really cares how great you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. All of those accolades. You know, it's not like the Bulls where they hang your number up in the rafter.
No,
They
exactly.
will hang you up in the rafter and hang
Right.
you out to dry.
And then what I've learned in the last, I would say, probably the pandemic gave me a lot of time to like kind of reflect on this. It serves no one, especially yourself, to like play small or be in the background.
Oh boy.
You know, I think that's what millennials
Can you
and
smell that?
delicious.
Oh
I think that's
yeah.
what millennials and Gen Z do really well. It's like, yes, do the work, but don't expect to be, you know, recognized if you're not out there telling people I did the work. You know, and it doesn't come easy for me to be. And I was like, man,
It makes a difference.
it makes a difference. It makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. So yeah, you gotta start like telling people what you're doing, you know, and all of that, and being like, yeah, I did that.
All right. Let's go with some wine. Let's go with. Actually, as a matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna go with some wine. Why not? Why not? Normally I go with white, but today I'm going with red.
Okay. And then I know you've experienced this, but yeah, just being a student of your craft and trying to get better. Even after 20 years, I'm still learning. I'm still getting better. Like, I just think I just started to become an okay fundraiser.
Oh wow.
Like, and it's 20 years of doing it, and I'm just feeling like I kind of have a little confidence.
All right. I think 1, 2, 3, 4.
Those look like the hot ones.
Those
the
are yeah.
jalapenos.
That's a jalapeno. Yeah, that's a jalapeno. It's not gonna be too bad. It's not gonna be too bad. Just gonna add a little bit of to it, and a little bit of There we go. All right. So now what I'm gonna do. One more round of tomato. So I'm adding tomato in different rounds because I need
Okay.
acid to go in at different times.
And what does that do?
So I add acid in at the beginning. It's basically gonna kind of like set a base acid tone,
Okay.
right? So this is the middle acid, and then at the end I'm gonna add another round of acid just at the end of cooking, and it's gonna add kind of like a brightness.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't get that the whole point of cooking is to know when to add what.
A lot of people like me.
Yeah.
People. I am
Yeah.
people.
I am people. All right. So guess what it's time to do? It's time to check on my squash. Check on my squash. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to see how tender we are.
Okay. Oh, very tender. Straight leg.
I call that a tenderoni.
Yeah.
And if you find a tenderoni that is right for you, we're going to give it a chance, girl. All right, all right, all right. So she said, I want to like spaghetti squash. And this is why it's called spaghetti squash. See the inside?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is take the inside out.
Okay.
And you see the little strands?
Yeah.
They're spaghetti-like.
Oh, I thought you put it through something to bring it, make the. That's what I first thought.
God did it.
Okay.
It woke up like this. Yep. And that don't need much of anything. That's exactly what it looks like. Yep. I see you. And we're almost done. I'm going to get some herbs in here. I think I'm going to hit it off with a little bit of honey. And I'm going to do something very interesting because it's very, very hot already.
All
I'm
right.
going to get you some green leafy vegetables in here.
Okay.
There's that. How y'all doing over here? Y'all doing all right? All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Delicious.
I'm glad you're doing well. I would be sad if you weren't. All right, so we got that. I'm gonna get some lemon in here. Ooh, okay, we're gonna get some lemon in here. And some parm. Get that one out of there. And some spinach. And then I'm gonna cover it.
I love spinach. I put spinach in my smoothie. It don't taste like nothing really, but.
Uh-huh. And I'm gonna use my own spice mix for this.
Oh, that's the secret spice.
It's just seasoned salt that I made.
How'd you make it?
So I took some ancho, a little bit of ancho chili powder, ancho chili peppers, ancho and some herbs, and some smoked spice.
Okay.
You know what? Since you mentioned butter, let's go put some butter in there. Why not?
Never go wrong with butter.
We've been good all day, haven't we?
We have.
We've been good all day.
All I've had is
we deserve some butter. And then what I'm going to basically do is when it's plating time, I'm going to toss that and toss it now. And what's going to happen is this: the butter is going to melt, and the spinach is going to wilt. You get back in there. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And it almost looks like pasta.
wow.
I'm gonna let that sit over here. Check on this. Yep, them happy. Check on that. Almost. All right, I got a trick for you. I know what to do for you, buddy. And so I can tell when this is done, when I am cooked all sec, meaning
Okay.
all dry. Notice how I got dryness down there?
Okay.
That tells me it's ready to go.
Okay.
Ooh, you can smell it. You can smell it.
Smell it.
And that is ready to go. And it's about plating time. Not quitting time, plating time. You do mushrooms? Not really.
Not
Okay.
really.
I saw. I can always tell. Like,
I mean, I don't want to say I'm becoming more open in my elder years.
I get it. I understand. I mean, I didn't eat mushrooms for the longest time because I was scared from that movie. We were growing up, there was a episode of Star Trek where they went to some planet and they had these poison mushrooms and they started killing everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, I mean, we were kids. But nevertheless, it terrified me. And my dad didn't eat them. So maybe that was the reason. All right. And so now it's plating time.
So, who cooked in your family? Who inspired you to cook?
Oh, my dad. My dad.
Okay.
My mom cooked certain things. Hey, Ma. My mom cooked certain things. My mom cooked from recipes,
Okay.
which, you know, we grew up on that stuff. So, ain't no. My dad, he just threw whatever. He was always out on the grill.
Okay.
That's what his thing was.
Okay.
All right. So let's get these. Get these puppies happy. You get over there. I think you're cool and groovy. Oh, I know what I need out. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Oh, there we go. Aren't they lovely? Okay, I know what I need for you. It's one of my favorite things.
What's that?
My little drivets. All right. And let's get our squash situated. It's going to act like our pasta. Me and you. Okay, Miss McCarb. There we go.
Okay, interesting.
That goes in there. All the vegetables you will ever need. No, I'm just kidding. All the ones you need today.
It's so funny the difference of how this calorie tracker and the difference of putting in vegetables versus carbs.
Woo.
Like you could put in 3 pounds of broccoli, it'd be like 20 calories, 30.
Right.
You know, you put in like a small fries, like
300 calories.
right.
Just like that.
Man, one meal from Popeyes is like 1,500 calories, like a small meal.
All day. So now what I'm about to do, which is something I should have done already. So what I'm about to do is reduce this down
Okay.
just a few seconds to get me a proper sauce. That's not gonna take long at all. Normally, I would put some butter in it.
Oh yeah, put a little butter.
I would. Normally, I'd put some butter in it and yada 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 yada.
Put some butter.
And going about my business. You understand? She's like, I'm not judging. Give me some,
Right,
make it taste good,
right,
please.
exactly. I'm not judging at all.
Yeah, so I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of butter, and because that's gonna give it the character we want. Because these little birds do not have a lot of fat at all.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I eat lots of bird.
Bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. Yeah, they don't have a lot of fat at all.
As long as you don't fry it, you're good. Bread it and fry it. That's when things go on.
And I want to get you some, just for these, I want to go with a little bit of white balsamic.
Such a work of art.
All right. And I'm going to taste my sauce, see where it is, see what it needs, see what it says, see if it's saying something. Oh, it's saying, she ready.
We ready.
There we go.
Lovely Rosetta said this looks very delicious.
Hey, cuz.
Makes me not want my slice of carrot and red velvet cake. Have to start eating healthier. You make it look so easy and fun.
Well, thank
Yes, you do. I never seen something healthy look so delicious.
you. And there we go. And that's just for the bird. And
Bird's the word.
bird, bird, bird. The bird is the word. And we are coming down to the end. Hit that off with a little bit of fresh thyme. Do-do-do-do. I don't have any tweezers. I apologize. If you watch all the cooking shows, all the chefs cook with tweezers. Not I. I don't cook with tweezers. At least not here. I'm at home. And I don't eat those mushrooms. We're not using them today. And I think we are about good to go. I'm just gonna heat up some focaccia. Actually, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna grill it. But other than that, we are done. That's what we eating tonight. So we have some grilled Cornish hen, aka spring chicken. We have some spaghetti squash. We have some roasted spaghetti squash with some wilted spinach. And we basically have a roasted eggplant and a form of a ratatouille. Not actually ratatouille because I add jalapenos and I added butter and I added red wine. If they didn't add those, it would be ratatouille.
Okay.
So we just call them spring roasted vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, I think that's about it. And so the chicken was grilled with Jamaica and Moore's. Woohoo!
Yes.
Jamaica and Moore's beer, and then we made the reduction of the sauce after that. And now it's time for us to eat. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for joining us on Kenspiration Kitchen. What's next is the after party where we dig into this. If you wanna see how that turned out, how Deanna liked that, make sure you check out True Star. The fundraiser's coming up in 2 weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today. That's why I have to make sure we got her in.
Yes.
You can find me at Kenspiration Kitchen on YouTube, Shy Chef Ken on Instagram, Polk on Facebook. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Be thankful, be grateful. You are blessed.
Blessings over the food.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and join us, and come on back and see us. All right?
Yeah.
Come on back now. You hear? Let's smash.
Let's go.
Let's roll. So, thank you.